Hello, hello. It's time for Star Wars Celebration, people. Du weißt nicht, bei wem du schauen sollst, bei Nerdkultur, Moviepilot oder bei mir. Ich würde schon mal sagen, aus dem Grund, dass Moviepilot ein absoluter bezüglich Episode 8 ist, würde ich einfach mal schon sagen, entweder Nerdkultur oder ich. Weil so wie Moviepilot einen Star Wars Film behandelt hat, sollte man es nicht tun. Deswegen so viel dazu. Herzlich willkommen an alle Leute, die schon da sind. Ihr seht, ich sitze auf meiner Couch. Ihr wollt nicht wissen, eigentlich bin ich krank. Ich war heute Vormittag nicht in der Schule, ich bin krank. Und ich habe diesen Vormittag dann dafür benutzt, hier alles schön vorzubereiten. Hatte schon meinen Fernseher hier stehen, habe das alles ausprobiert, habe gemerkt, oh, das mit dem Fernseher klappt nicht. Also schaue ich jetzt auf meinem Bildschirm, der da steht, und ich sitze hier, habe den Chat hier auf meinem Handy. Also, people, I'm so ready. We're just waiting for the Star Wars Show to go live. Ich muss noch schauen, wir müssen einen kurzen kleinen Soundcheck machen. Wie ist das Bild bisher, wie ist der Ton bisher? Sagt mal kurz Bescheid. Oh yes, I'm so ready. Es sind schon ein paar Leute da, es freut mich, 9 Zuschauer. Ja, mir war klar, dass es hier kein großer Livestream wird, und das ist auch mehr für, weil ich bezweifle, dass die meisten Leute Live-Reaktionen sehen wollen, also den Stream über eine Reaktion schauen wollen, ist ein bisschen komisch. Das ist eher so für danach und damit ich live meine ganze Reaction von diesem Ding habe. Du hast Schule? Ich habe ab heute jetzt auch Ferien. Und entschuldigt, falls ich ab und zu sehr viel trinke oder huste oder kurz aus dem Bild gehe. Wie gesagt, ich habe Halsweh und ich bin krank und ja, ne. Ich habe vorhin aber eine Schmerztablette genommen, also alles gut. Alles okay, hat Florian Akbar geschrieben. Vielen Dank, das freut mich, alles perfekt. Das ist schön, das ist schön. So, wir machen dann gleich einen Soundcheck, weil ihr hört den Sound nicht über schön das Bild, sondern ihr hört den Sound, der über meine Boxen rauskommt. Einfach aus dem Grund, weil die Audio hier, weil ich will nicht über Kopfhörer hören. Und ihr, oh, warte, das ist faded to black. Wait a second. It's going los, oh mein Gott. Wie ist der Ton? Sagt mir Bescheid. Was? No way. Als ob er das macht. Was? Heute früh habe ich mir nochmal Episode 8 angeschaut und war so, wer wird heute den Panel hosten? Alles klar. Hört man alles? Hört man alles? Ah. Ich glaube, man hört alles. Ja, jetzt wird's ernst. People, are you ready? I'm so ready.
Please sit down. You will need to conserve your energy for the exciting hour you're about to be a part of. Save a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Stephen Colbert. I am so excited. I just flew in from Dagobah, and boy, are my S-foils locked into attack position. And if you don't understand what
Okay, also lauter wird's bei mir geht's leider nicht. Das ist sehr leise, der Stream.
Now you might be saying to yourself, wait, what is Stephen Colbert doing at the episode 9 panel?
Yeah.
I know he is a lifelong fan of Star Wars, but doesn't he do a TV show 5 nights a week in New York City?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a show tonight? How could he be here? Well, let me ask you this. Am I really at this panel right now? Isn't it just as likely I'm in lotus position on the roof of the Ed Sullivan Theater, force projecting myself onto the stage right
Woo!
now?
Geil! Geil!
There's no way of knowing. Go ahead, try to strike me down. I will become more powerful. He tried. I will become more powerful than you could never imagine. Also, and this is very important, do not try to strike me down, because I might actually be here and that would hurt. I also do have a security force with me, and at least one of them is a no-gree. Again, if you don't know what that means, why are you here?
Sorry, hab gerade nicht zugehört.
We know Star Wars isn't just a movie or a cartoon or a Christmas special,
Holiday Special,
or a breakfast cereal, or a soap dispenser, or a Pez dispenser. It's not even just an ice mold that makes one giant cube in the shape of a Death Star that makes your cocktail very fun.
Ich muss meinen Bildschirm näher ranziehen, es ist so klein, wenn ich da später den Trailer schauen soll, so geht das nicht.
It's a universe. It's where we go to get lost, to get inspired, to feel understood, to feel like anything is possible. 40 years in, more expansive and diverse than ever any of us can imagine being that young kid on Tatooine. About to take our first step into a larger world. I was once that kid. And on my best days, I still am. Now, a few months ago, my friend, J.J. Abrams.
Das ist unnötig.
Mi compadre,
Give me the content.
emergency contact. Called me up and he said, Steve, would you do me a favor? And I said, of course. Why? Because again, he's my friend, and I like to repeat that every so often. But he's also a creative genius who understands the spirit and the joy of science fiction. And perhaps most importantly, because he let me visit the episode 9 set. I know things. Oh, the things I know. I got to go in the thing, and I saw the place where they were.
Also es fuckt mich so ab, dass es so leise ist, weil es ist selber für mich so leise.
And you're not gonna believe
Aber
the
egal.
new things for them theys who usually have other things, but then now they have a new one. This is going to be so much more exciting when we can use nouns. Of course, we're here today to talk about episode 9, the movie that completes the Skywalker saga. So, let's get this thing started. It is my pleasure to introduce the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, and the director of episode 9, J.J. Abrams.
Woo! Oh wow, ich habe so 2015 Flashbacks. Aber die Musik machen sie wieder so laut. Was geht denn ab? Bla bla bla, ich will keinen Copyright Strike. Mach die Musik aus. Shut the fuck up. Oh, danke. Oh, ich habe so 2015 Flashbacks.
Here we go.
Er hat sogar ein Buch.
Hello, Chicago.
Kathy, JJ, obviously this room is electric. It's soaked with gasoline right now. We're just gonna light a match. We know how these people feel. They're just on the edge of their seats with anticipation. What is it like for you, for the people who have created this film, to have that first moment of revelation, like the things that you know you're gonna give to the audience today, the things they're gonna learn? You've done this before. What's this moment like right before you open the present?
Pandora's box.
You know, the thing I think about all the time is the responsibility we have. And we have it with all of you, and it's something that we talk about every minute that we're involved in making these movies. And this one in particular, I think the little film you saw at the front end, George was saying that this is the
Welcher Film? Den haben wir nicht gesehen.
Of a 3-act structure. It is. That's exactly what it is. And we've immersed ourselves in everything George created, talked about it endlessly, and we're so excited because I think what you're going to end up seeing, you're going to be so happy with. We are
I hope so.
incredibly excited to
I
show it.
hope so.
And this guy sitting next to me, he cares more than anybody I know. So.
Hat sie auch über Ryan Johnson gesagt.
Well, first of all, thank you all for coming. This is unbelievable to be here with you.
Natürlich.
I have to say, in answer
Appreciate
to your
it.
question, Stephen, hello. In answer to your question, I think that, I love you also.
Nein, ich glaube, die sind nicht verzweifelt, um es in die Länge zu ziehen. Ich glaube, sie wollen einfach nur eine coole Show machen.
cave of the editing room.
Es ist immer so bisher.
So hard with
Wieso habe ich gerade ins Mikrofon geschaut?
And you're aware, of course, what Star Wars means to so many outside of those rooms. But to come here and to have this kind of warm reception and to be physically, viscerally reminded of what it means is the most amazing and exciting shot in the arm. And like Kathy said, we cannot wait for you to see what we're cooking up.
Okay, so with that in mind,
Ich habe die ganze Zeit das Gefühl, sie wollen den Namen sagen.
Where are you in production right now?
Aber
well, we're editing and we're doing visual effects. When you wrap a movie like this, as you all know and can imagine, the directing doesn't stop, the story creation doesn't stop. So you keep. They actually love each other. They love each other. It's the greatest thing in the world. The process continues, and so we're
Lord Bastian Hüsch, sie zeigen den Trailer am Ende immer. Sie zeigen ihn nie am Anfang. Der Trailer kommt, wenn dann gegen 19 Uhr, nicht davor.
What's that like? That's unprecedented in filmmaking to have this one story, over this period of time. As you said, the third, three-act plays, as it were.
Yeah, it is, and I think that what's also fascinating is it's over 40 years. So the context that George was working within, it's 40 years later, and to keep this relevant and meaningful to the characters and to the people experiencing this story, it has to feel like it's of its time. And I think that what we've done is we've taken to heart.
Warum rebellierst du denn dann dagegen? Was zur Hölle? Dieser Panel ist dafür da, mehr über den Film zu verraten und am Ende mit einem Trailer abzuschließen.
Also, this movie, in addition to being the end of 3 trilogies, it also needs to work as its own movie, and that's been part of the fun of it, part of the challenge of it. But this movie, it's about this new generation and what they've inherited. The light and the dark, and asking the question as they face the greatest evil, are they prepared? Are they ready? And it's been really incredible to look at this thing that George created and to bring it to a close in this way about this new generation.
It is so hard to sit here next to you and hear you say the greatest evil without going, who is? What is?
Ja, ich dachte mir auch gerade.
Can you give us any hint?
Kathy?
Okay. Moving on. I was lucky enough to interview Carrie Fisher a few times, and
Es war so klar. Fuck, ich hab mein Bingo vergessen. Fuck it.
And the little bit I knew Carrie Fisher, I know there's fundamentally no way to replace her as a person or as that person.
Ich find's nicht. Ich find mein Bingo nicht.
How did you approach filling the void left by Carrie in this
Oh ja,
movie?
jetzt bin ich gespannt.
Well, as I've said, we couldn't, and as Chris Terrio, the co-writer, and Kathy and Michelle Rejwan, producers, we all talked about how to move on. I mean, she was the best. She was glorious. She was amazing. And we all just loved her, and I knew her for many years before as well. Episode 7, she was the greatest. It was impossible. There was no way. What are you gonna do? You don't recast that part, and you don't suddenly have her disappear. And the weird miracle of having had a number of scenes from Force Awakens that had gone unused, looking at those scenes and starting to understand that there was actually a way to use those scenes to continue her story so that it would be her. The idea of having a CG character was off the table. We never even want to try. And the idea of saying, well, what if we could actually write scenes around her? So it would be her performance, she's in the movie. And the crazy thing is, and I say this, like emotionally, it's every day it hits me that she's not here. But it's so surreal because we're working with her still, if that makes sense. She's in scenes. She's so alive in scenes. And the craziest part is how not crazy it feels. She is there in these scenes. In some scenes with Billy, her daughter, who is in the movie as well. And it's just, Princess Leia lives in this film in a way that is kind of mind-blowing to me.
Ugh, wanna cry.
What are some of the differences you can...
Wieso regst du dich denn auf, dass es 15 Minuten lang geht? Bisher schon. Ich freue mich über jede Minute, die es länger geht.
You know, when those stories ended, they were not together. They'd been split up. Are they? Do we pick up exactly where we left off? Can you tell us anything about how far the stories have progressed?
What I will say is that the movie doesn't pick up immediately after the last film.
Ich muss es mir genau
Some
anschauen.
time has gone by, and what I'll say is that in this movie, and you could tell by that picture, it's the very beginning of it. But this is an adventure that the group goes on together.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. And it's a story that I think one of the great things about the movie, getting to work on it, was the dynamic between the characters. They are just the most wonderful together, and that's the thing I'm sort of most excited for you all to see.
What about your use of CGI versus practical effects or locations, or like is there?
Okay, sowas langweilt mich auch, weil schwärmt jetzt wieder davon, wie viel praktische Effekte sie benutzt haben.
Thanks. I want to tell you so much, but I will say this: that as with the Force Awakens, what we tried to do, despite this being this epic space adventure that takes place on many worlds and in many places,
Sie lachen immer alle.
we did everything we could, building sets, interior and exterior, going to locations in and around in England and in Jordan and other places. We did everything we could to have it in camera. One of my favorite things as a kid, and I still remember that visceral feeling at 10 years old, you know, seeing, looking at what I learned later was Tunisia, but it felt like you knew you were in a real place. It was, and to one of the infinite number of brilliant strokes that George had was to tell the story in physical, actual real locations. That's Jordan, the location. Wadi Rum, where they shot, Lawrence of Arabia, and you get there and you're just looking around, you can't believe what you're seeing, and it's amazing to have
Was sehr interessant ist, die Bühne ist sehr riesig, es ist sehr viel Platz, das heißt, ich bin der Meinung, wir sehen sehr, sehr, sehr viele Schauspieler heute. Da passen sehr viele Stühle hin.
Kathy, what was the last day of shooting like?
It was emotional, and I can't really give you details except to say that.
All right.
Remember, this is
Were there a lot of people on
the
set? Were there very
end of a
few people on set?
There were a few people on set, yeah.
There were a few.
Just a few.
Oh, I get it now. You asked me to come to Chicago to ask questions, not get answers. Okay.
Lulu.
All right, let's... anything else you want to cover before I bring out some cast members?
Bring them out.
Cast members.
Cast members.
All right, wonderful.
Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, John Boyega.
Please welcome C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, and R2-D2.
Stimmt, Copyright Strike, bla 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 bla. Es hieß ja, dass Anthony Daniels eine sehr große Rolle hat im Film. Heilige Scheiße, ist es laut. Es hieß ja, dass Anthony Daniels eine sehr große Rolle haben wird im Film, deswegen glaube ich, deswegen.
Anthony, hello.
Hello.
Anthony, you're in every film.
Except
3PO
Solo.
is what binds the films together and surrounds them. What is it like to be a physical embodiment of the Force throughout all of these films?
I never knew. I mean, I don't know where it is, but yes, what a beautiful way of putting it. But I want to say something first. On tweets today, people were all over the world saying, wish I could be here. And I know we're on camera, so I don't know where the camera is, but whoever is in Australia or all the other countries around the planet, I want to give you a big wave and you're here in spirit, okay?
Das ist so süß von ihm.
Because not everybody can be here. So yes, one of the things about, you will notice about 3PO is he is the voice of reason. I mean, you think Obi-Wan Kenobi knows it all. 3PO is the one who tells you that you're in danger. You should get out of there, yes? And what does everybody do in 3 trilogies of 9 movies? They say, shut up. Well, I'm here to say, enough. The droid fights back.
Ich glaube, das ist actually what's happening.
Sorry.
Deswegen der Bowcaster im geleakten Poster.
When you return to playing 3PO, do you ever say to yourself, "Oh, I wonder if I'll still fit in it"? It's like a bride going back to the wedding dress.
Totally like that. And on the first fittings, generally, bit of a squeeze. But then I'm back in the gym. Look at that. I'm on a diet, whatever, and I squeeze back in. Because if I don't, what was really scary in that wonderful little pre-show history film you showed, it had a picture of me with hair as black as JJ's. They warned JJ.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's being 3PO has all sorts of parameters to it, you know. But I just love the guy, so I got to tuck inside there somewhere.
If 3PO was real and you could purchase one.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I know he was real. He was available. No longer available. A discontinued model a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. If 3PO was still under production, would you want your own 3PO unit?
Are you crazy? Look, things like Alexa and Siri terrify me. I was once a sat-nav for the car.
Yeah?
At the next roundabout, turn left, take the 5th exit. Shut up! How did I know where? It's true. I actually had to turn myself off. It happens regularly every morning in front of the mirror these days. Would I want 3PO? I would want, I regard 3PO as my best friend in many ways. And I would genuinely want a best friend who cared for me as much as 3PO does. Leave it at that.
No.
Stephen, is this a more satisfying interview so far?
All of this is exciting to me. All of this, I can't
So
believe
exciting.
I get to be on stage with C-3PO.
I can't believe I'm on stage with you 3. I mean, look at this. This is a fan fest all of our own.
Steht die ganze Zeit auf, kann nicht sitzen bleiben.
Okay.
Fühlt's richtig.
I understand you have a book, Anthony, that's being announced tomorrow, and you can't give us the title of the book, okay? Right?
Right.
You can't give us the title.
Right.
But can you give us the title that you wanted to give the book that your editors said the audience wouldn't understand?
He said the public won't understand, worldwide they won't understand. I was very hurt. I came up with this really cute title and they said, nah, won't work.
What was the title?
Well, actually, would it be a scientific experiment?
Sure.
They said you would never understand. Are you ready? If you understand the title of my memoirs of Star Wars and you get it, will you cheer? If you think indeed it was a numbnut title and you don't get it, will you boo? Are you ready? And the other people, are you ready? And the people up in the cheap seats, are you ready?
In the cheap seats.
The title of my memoirs was Telling the Odds.
Das ist genial. Es wäre ein geiler Titel gewesen.
It's too late, they already printed the cover, which you will see at 11:30 tomorrow, and I will tell you that I actually do like their title as well.
All right, let's bring out our next cast member. The long-awaited, much-beloved Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams.
Wow! Damit hätte ich jetzt nicht gerechnet. Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass er zum Panel kommt. Das überrascht mich. Krass. Hätte ich nicht gedacht. Aber finde ich geil, dass er kommt. Dann erfährt man auch was über Lando mal wieder.
Sweet.
Deswegen kommt Mark Hamill wahrscheinlich auch nicht. Weil sie haben schon einen OG-Charakter sozusagen.
You're all so sweet. Thank you so much.
Er setzt sich auch nicht ganz.
There's an awful lot of you, my goodness. Love back to you. Love back to you. You know, I'm a very lucky person. You know, I didn't expect to be in this little adventure. I agree with you. But I got lucky. And I ended up working with somebody that I have a tremendous regard for. J.J. Abrams, I love his name, J.J. Abrams. He's a beautiful young man. He's extraordinary. And, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I think 60 years I've been doing this. And I've been fortunate enough to work with some pretty extraordinary people in my lifetime. But this is probably I regard this as a real highlight for me. A true, genuine highlight in my life.
Well, Billy, what was it like to come back to a character after so many decades? Was it like riding a bike, or did you have to? How did you find Lando again?
How did I find Lando again?
Yeah. Was it easy to?
Good question.
Lando never left me.
Ooh, yes, baby. This picture is great.
There he is.
There's my Lando.
A
Falcon.
shade older, but he's still there.
Yes.
He's still hanging in there.
Well, Kathy, JJ, what was it like on the first day, the first time that Billy D. Williams came back?
Jaw-dropping. I mean, I think all of us just kept looking at one another. I know you didn't quite realize just how awestruck we were, but I mean, it was amazing.
It was a big group scene, so there were a lot of extras, and
yeah,
Billy came onto the set, and it was like, and it just went silent, and everyone's just like watching, and it was so sweet to see the reaction from the people who were working on the movie. But it was honestly, it was an emotional thing. It really was.
And I will say, the thing that I always love with JJ is that he'll turn to me and he'll go, "Oh my God, can you believe this is happening? Can you believe this is happening?"
You know, listen, it's nice to have all of this, these accolades and all of this admiration. But you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, this acting stuff, and to really have an opportunity to work with some really, really wonderful, extraordinary people is something I really enjoy more than just making money. But don't get me wrong, I love making my money.
Word.
But, you know, just to be able to hang out and play around with ideas and with people like you, Monsieur, JJ.
Well, speaking of money, Lando is not entirely a bad guy, and he's not entirely a good guy either. Like the last time we saw him, yes, he's Han's friend, and he comes to the rescue, but he's a little bit of a lovable scoundrel at the same time. Is he the same guy?
There's a thing called expediency.
Oh, expediency.
You know, when you're in a situation, especially when you're up against somebody like a Darth Vader, you have to, and you own what is pretty much like owning Las Vegas. If you're like a Steve Wynn, you know, kind of an entrepreneur, and you have this kind of threat. Here's a guy chasing after, Boba Fett's chasing after. I have to explain this stuff to people. I don't understand why.
You don't have to explain it to these people.
You know, I get sick and tired of being accused of betraying Han Solo.
Never gonna live it down.
It's like first person singular, you know, all of a sudden I'm talking about me instead of Lando Calrissian. But anyway, he was up against Darth Vader. He had to figure something out. By the way, did anybody die? Nobody died, right? Nobody died.
Geil.
Nope. He played it right.
Deswegen liebe ich diese Panels, weil sie sind einfach so entertaining und man hat so Anekdoten und sonst
I had to
was.
figure out how to prevent the complete demise of my friend and his friends. So
really, in retrospect, the hero of all 9 movies, Lando Calrissian. If you think about it. All right, exciting. Well, we have more cast members to introduce now. It is my pleasure to introduce the next generation cast. Please welcome Daisy Ridley, John Boyega,
Oscar Isaac,
Kelly Marie Tran,
Was?
Jonas
Was?
Sortamo.
Kelly? Kelly?
Good to see ya.
Yes!
Naomi Aki.
Boom! Was? Oh mein Gott.
And BB-8.
Ich hätte nicht damit gerechnet, dass sie Kelly auf die Bühne holen. Und ich habe auch in meinem Podcast gesagt, sie werden Kelly nicht im Trailer zeigen. Jetzt bin ich anders gestimmt. Holy shit! Was? Ich hätte jetzt gerechnet, dass sie Adam noch holen. Ich bin gerade geschockt, dass sie Kelly dabei haben. But yes, yes, I love her. Und Daisy hat endlich mal was Tolles. Nee, wobei, Daisy hat einen schrecklichen Modegeschmack, was ihre Weltpremieren angeht. Die sind schrecklich, die Kleider immer. Und die Panels, da hat sie immer tolle Sachen an. Und sie hat kurze Haare, was geht ab? Oh mein Gott, ja. Ich glaube, für Kelly ist das einfach Satisfaction pur. Die Arme. Auf der einen Seite, sie tut mir so leid, aber auf der anderen Seite kriegt sie jetzt das... Sie wird appreciated. So wie Ahmed Best am Montag.
I don't want to interrupt, but I will cheer this long too, but we got to get some questions.
Okay, das sind schon alle Schauspieler. Okay.
Hey everybody,
Kein Adam
just
Driver.
because there was so
Schade.
much cheering, let's go over the names again. Daisy, John, Oscar, Kelly, Jonas, Naomi,
Jonas.
and of course BB over here.
Naomi Aki, wo ich gesagt habe, sie heißt
you're the
Naomi
newest
Harris.
member of the
I'm
crew
new.
here.
Hello. Hi. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, there's so many of you.
Ich habe
Yeah,
eigentlich damit
that's a
gerechnet,
lot.
dass
Welcome
Carrie
to the
Russell
Star Wars
kommt.
celebration.
Meine
Yeah,
Predictions sind
man.
so
I'm
schrecklich.
very ready to celebrate. I've been waiting for this. It's cool.
I
Hi.
like her.
Yeah.
Well, what's it like to get the call that you're going to be in the next Star Wars film? Like, where were you when you find out?
I was in bed, and I got the call at like 7 o'clock in the morning. My best friend was sleeping downstairs, and my dad was in the house, and I like yelped. My dad ran up the stairs, and he just sat at the end of my bed, and he just had his hands like on his mouth, and I like open eye sobbed. I was sobbing it, but then my best friend was sleeping downstairs and I couldn't tell nobody, so I had to just like, I went down and made a cup of tea and I was like, you're right babe, everything's cool, like, yeah, just hold on. It was incredible. It's mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing.
What did your dad say when you told him?
My dad was telling me to shush because I was talking too loud on the phone. So he was more telling me to be quiet so that my best friend wouldn't hear. But he knew from the beginning. Sorry, JJ. He knew from the...
So
but he was the only one.
we don't know anything about your character yet.
No.
We don't know your character. We don't even know your character's name. Can she reveal the
Am I allowed?
character's name?
Thank you. Her name is Jana. I can't...
Schau, oh yes!
Yay!
Oh mein Gott, es sieht gigantisch
It's
aus.
so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's wicked. I mean, all I can really say is like the original group are going on like this epic adventure together, and I'm like so excited about where Jana crosses paths with them. It's wicked.
No, I've been told that there are rumors on the internet that your character is Lando Calrissian's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go full Maury Povich on you right now. Is your father on this stage?
Listen.
She's...
Lando is a very charming man, so he could have children all over the universe. That's all I'm saying. Am I right?
But is she?
Now, before you do this part, your most famous role was playing Lady Macbeth.
Yeah.
Does Shakespeare help prepare you for space opera?
No.
Sie ist die Tochter, ich bin mir ziemlich sicher.
I don't think anything can prepare you for this. Actually, not any kind of training at all.
All right, John.
Yo.
Welcome back to Star Wars Celebration.
Thanks, dude.
Now, I know there's very little you can reveal.
As always.
So I will give you a choice. Either tell me what happens to Finn or try to explain Brexit to these people.
I'm gonna go with that Finn. But it's well, actually, hi guys. It's good to be back. It's amazing, Finn.
Fancy!
Y'all see my colors? On this adventure, I think Finn has just found his footing and his identity within the Resistance. I think the last two movies, Finn was couldn't decide where he belonged, and in this film, he's a full-fledged Resistance sexy young man, as you can see by the picture.
Is that a special division of the Resistance, sexy young men?
Honestly, at
Totally.
the beginning, All Brigade, my big thing was costume. I always felt that Finn didn't have his identity through his costume. And JJ was like to me, you're gonna love this one. And I saw the blue pants coming out of the cupboard where Michael Kaplan was coming out with it, and I was just like, I'm in Star Wars now. So it's been great.
Now, Finn's enemy over the last two films has been Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
It seems like she died in The Last Jedi, but it
She's
also
gone. Rest
seems
in
like
peace.
she died in The Force Awakens.
Old news, she's gone. Got rid of her.
Does Finn get any closure in this movie?
Emotional closure, you know. Sure, I mean, I don't think about her at night and stuff. But I definitely feel that there's some form of closure within who he identifies with, who is family, what is love, what is friendship, and that's what defines him in this movie. But Phasma, yeah, she did. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Danke.
Now, Finn has fought
Endlich.
Captain Phasma twice now?
Yeah.
Could Finn take Brienne of Tarth?
Hab zwar kein Game of Thrones gesehen, aber ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, nein.
I'm not even going to meet her. I'm going to just shoot her from the building and be like, yeah, she's done. She's done. No, I don't think so.
Now, it seems like there might have been a little bit of a love triangle going on with Finn and Rey and Rose.
You add Poe there as well as a love triangle.
Very complicated.
Very complicated. We've got a few aliens that have been looking at Finn a certain type of way, so I don't know if they want to add their names to the list. But yeah, it's a love pentagon, man. It's just, there's a lot going on.
Is Finn the galaxy's most eligible bachelor?
I think he is,
point?
period. Period, point blank. Finn is single and willing to mingle, so...
Woo!
Oscar, Good to see you again.
Great to see you. From Chicago.
Ich glaube, er war 2017 gar nicht auf dem Panel, ne? Kann es sein? Ich glaube nicht.
Who? I understand. Let's get to the heat of the meat right away. Who's a better pilot, Poe or Han Solo? Yeah.
You did that, huh?
We're gonna go there.
You're doing that to me.
Don't
There was
say.
so much goodwill a second ago. You just burned it in front of my eyes. All right, look, no one can pilot the Millennium Falcon like Han. Nobody. However,
Ray be like, excuse me?
He can literally fly anything. I'm just saying Poe is the better Uber driver.
Fancy! Ich liebe diese Bilder einfach immer, die sind genial. Love it.
I don't know how I could.
You guys like the scarf? It's a
enjoy
nice scarf,
this
right?
movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could enjoy this movie more than I'm enjoying watching you enjoy these photographs, right?
Ja, diese
That's a high
Fotos
bar.
sind...
Now, you were born in Guatemala, raised in Miami.
Guatemala. Nice, Miami. 305.
Noch circa 20 Minuten
So Cuban in Guatemala.
bis zum
Star
Trailer.
Wars has been translated into every language on the planet. What's it like doing press around the world when you're able to speak to the Spanish-speaking press in their own language about the films? Like, how would you describe Poe or this film in Spanish?
Well, it's just like this, but in Spanish.
Like,
Very similar.
is Star Wars? Forgive my ignorance. Is Star Wars in Spanish or is?
No, it's Star Wars. Galaxy? Yeah.
Yeah. That works
And
out.
he's Bebocho.
Yes.
And your buddy is Arturito. Little Arthur.
Now, Poe is always cracking a joke at the darkest moments. Whether it's taking on a dreadnought and an X-wing or being interrogated at Kylo Ren, is everything a joke to him? Why won't he take any of this seriously?
I think he takes his love for Finn very seriously. Very seriously. He's a human, he has no real special powers. Yes, he's a great pilot, but deep down he's just a human, and I think one of the most human things you can do is find the irony and the humanity in even the most crazy, darkest moments. I think that is an element of the Force. Humor.
An element of
Poe
the
was
Force?
born into war. He was from Yavin 4, the planet the original Death Star tries to destroy in Episode 4, and his parents both fought the Empire. Let's say the war ends one day. What's Poe do after the war is over? What's his fault?
Uber seems like a good place to go. Space Uber, yeah. Space Lift. I don't know. It's true. He seeks a bit of that adrenaline, so he'll have to find it somewhere.
Oh, geil.
Yeah.
Dieser Blick.
Daisy Ridley.
Whoa.
Hello.
Here she is.
Hi, everyone.
Oh my god, I love her so much. Sie ist so toll.
Thank you. 27. Oh, thanks, everyone.
Ach, ist das süß.
Thank you.
Süß, da singen
Never
sie
thought
Happy
this would
Birthday.
happen, ever. Thank you.
Has Rey read the books she took from the tree library from Achto?
I mean, as we saw, those books are pretty large. She may have got started. How far through? Who knows? I don't know if we've talked about the portion of time it's been since the last one.
How long has it been since the last
Yeah.
one, JJ?
Have we said? It's been a little while. So I guess she's getting through them.
Was so, also tolles Bild, aber was soll dieser Stab? Boah, ich kann diesen Stab nicht.
That would be fantastic. In Yoda sentences, so you're always sort of trying to figure out what it meant.
Well, Rey has crazy strong force powers now, but her lightsaber's in pieces. Is she rebuilding that lightsaber, or are we in a start from scratch situation here?
Well, my answer is not the end of the story, because there are many more months to come and a film to come. But the lightsaber that Rey inherited from Luke lives.
Sie hat mehrere Lichtschwerter. I'm sure about that. Sie hat gesagt, es ist doch viel Zeit bis dahin.
Are there any new force powers that we were not aware of before that appear? For instance, we were thrown for a delightful loop on the force projection of Luke at the end of episode 8. Is there any new things that Rey is going to pull on us to, like, is she going to be able to pull down a Star Destroyer with her mind? Can she force flow through time? Is there you don't have to give us, but is there any new trick?
This is a JJ question.
What are the tricks, JJ?
I think that's a yes. If you have to ask him.
No, I used to love Daisy. Loved her.
Nochmal auf das Lichtschwert zurückzukommen. Sie hat gesagt, es ist noch viel Zeit bis zum Film. Und deswegen, ich glaube, man erfährt in einem weiteren Trailer, dass sie noch ein Lichtschwert hat.
And some of the things, you know, obviously we don't want to say anything at this moment, but I will say that some of the stuff that happened was possible because we had the most incredible stunt coordinator. Eunice Hoodhart, who is just the
irgendwie ist es so, wo ist der Jedi-Aspekt? Like
the entire cast, and some of the things that you allude to will be seen. There she is now. Eunice, she's the best. Anyway, yes,
warum hat sie den Stab und den Blaster wieder? Das verstehe ich nicht.
Daisy, what's up with Rey and Kylo Ren?
Woo!
Or Rose and Finn?
Kylo, hello.
What's going on here? Where's this relationship going?
I guess the Kylo and Rey thing we'll have to wait and see. The Rose and Finn thing, I don't know. Finn? What do you think?
I mean, she my girl, you know, my girl. I guess some nice chemistry. Just nice chemistry is all right. It's the middle of war. We're trying to figure ourselves out. We love you one day, don't love you the next. It's a very distracting place to fall in love.
I guess, Daisy, what I'm asking is, do you have any more force visions of him semi-naked? Let's sell some tickets right now. Let's sell some tickets.
I think I can confirm there are no more semi-naked Kylos. Unfortunately.
Only full naked. We had to take it up a notch, guys.
Yeah.
Since Adam's not here, can I ask a question anybody here might know? His chest in episode 8, did he wax? Because it's completely, is that a Brazilian? Why is there no, he's a big man, not one hair on his chest.
When he turned around, it was surprising to the crew, I think, as to everyone. He's a big man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Talk to me about his lightsaber. I'm just talking about. Okay. Kelly Marie Tran.
Ja! Sie verdient es! Das arme Mädel! Und alle Leute in diesem Saal feiern sie, weil sie Star Wars Fans sind und drauf scheißen! und jeden lieben, der an Star Wars beteiligt ist. Ja! Ja! Deserve! She deserves it. Oh my god.
It's really
Ich hab
overwhelming.
Gänsehaut.
Hi, hello. Oh, thank you. Hi.
How are ya?
How's it going, everybody? Woo!
Now, let's talk about a little character preparation for this movie. You narrated the audiobook version of the novel that tells Rose's backstory, Cobalt Squadron.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did getting to know your character in book form give you more to bring into this film?
I had never done an audiobook before, and the thing I learned is that it's a very long process. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot of backstory with Rose and Paige, her older sister, so I think it definitely helped me in this upcoming one. Yeah.
As a trained mechanic, what do you think that Rose would think of the Millennium Falcon?
It's really cool.
But universally regarded as a hunk of junk.
Universally regarded. Everyone in that Resistance staff thinks it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
You kiss Finn again in this movie?
Listen, all I'm gonna say is Finn's a very eligible bachelor. Much like John Boyega. I mean, sorry.
I'll cut that out.
Is that a yes or a no? And please say yes.
Ooh, there she is.
I hope you say yes, or I also have a lot of
Like
fan
it.
fiction that goes in the shredder at this point.
Ich mag das Bild, das sieht cool aus. So gefällt mir Rose besser mit den Haaren.
Your character, where was she?
She was in a coma. Yeah, asleep. Taking a rest. I would like to do that too.
Can you tell me, JJ, if everybody we see on stage right now ends up together in this film?
Can I tell you that?
Well, you say that they're going on this adventure together.
Yeah.
Does that include everyone we're seeing, including Kylo Ren?
I will say that. How dare you?
I am not your agent right now. I am their agent right now. I work for them, JJ.
I really appreciate that, Steven. Way to pit me against my friends. I would say that you have to see what happens in the thing, but I will say that I was grateful to Rian Johnson for so many things that he did in the greatest though. The greatest for me was casting Kelly Marie.
Excuse me, does he really mean it? I doubt it.
Hello, Jonas.
Hello. Can I say one thing? What's up?
Oh, ich mag ihn so gern. Er ist so lustig und so nett.
In case you didn't know.
Is your fourth time playing Chewie?
Yes, sir.
Are there any differences to the actual Chewie outfit that you're wearing, the actual Chewie costume?
I believe it has been this way since 1977. So, no.
Ich hoffe nicht dasselbe Kostüm.
I just want to say, can we get a big applause for my mentor, Mr. Peter Mayhew, at this point?
Ah, das Bild. Das Bild war süß.
If it wasn't for his unique physicality, I don't think Chewbacca would be as memorable, and I don't think we would be seeing him here today, anticipating his upcoming appearance in the film, because the character is just so beloved, and you guys have shown it with your t-shirts and the kind words all throughout these 5 incredible years that I've become this transformed into this character, and I'm just so grateful for everyone who's been supportive. Let's go, Chewie!
He's flexing so hard. Er macht es immer. Weil er kann es richtig gut, diese Chewbacca-Sounds. Und in jedem Interview, er haut sie immer raus. Die Interviews für Solo waren... Du hättest einfach reingehen können und damit erwarten können, dass er macht. Sehr lustig.
Is sort of a duty at this point, because when I was sitting in our living room carpet, wide-eyed, watching the saga start, and Luke drinking that blue milk and seeing Chewbacca for the first time, I was sure that in this world there's a place for everyone, and that I have to show everyone that Chewbacca, and no matter how big or small you are, there's a place for you in this world, and that's what I believe.
Ist er ein Baby? Oder ist es seine Tochter? Ach nee, ich glaube, es ist seine Tochter.
What do porgs taste like?
They taste best fried.
Oh.
I want to know what it was like shooting in Jordan. What was it like to be out there in the... For all, this is a question for any of you. What was it like to be out there in that desert? Anthony, compare that to Tunisia. What was Jordan like compared to Tunisia?
Jordan was a truly remarkable experience. The first day driving out there on the set, it was my wife Christine who said, "But this is Ralph McQuarrie's painting. The backdrops, those stone fascias that you're looking at." And I would get goosebumps every day we drove out 45 minutes from the hotel. And it was, oh, it sounds corny, it was beyond a privilege to be there. And remarkably, the desert put up with us. Every day it tried to gain itself back to cover the roads that had been built, to put us in, to say goodbye, no, enough, leave us alone. It was the most astounding setting to be in. And the Jordanian people, the Jordanian army, everybody there really were part of our kind of family. It was a glorious experience.
Kathy and JJ, how long were you guys in the desert?
Well, actually, we had a crew there prepping for months prior to us arriving, and then we shot for about 3 weeks.
Where's the nearest bar, JJ?
No, Stephen. We were working. It was an amazing thing, and we had hundreds of people in unbelievable costumes that Michael Kaplan designed. We had incredible creatures that Neil Scanlon and his team designed. Ooh. So to be there with literally hundreds of people and in the heat of it, and having to take, food breaks and bathroom breaks and prayer breaks, and it was a whole thing. But we got through it and actually finished a day ahead of schedule, which is kind of incredible.
And sandstorm breaks. Remember that? There'd be times when you'd see these big, huge red clouds coming over. We'd be in the middle of shooting, and everyone would have to take cover and go into tents, and sometimes wait an hour or so for these huge sandstorms to blow over. Never thought I'd be in that.
We saw a couple of creature designs just now. Can you tell us who they are, or can you show us? Are there any other creatures that you can show us?
There's a fun character who just appears, whose name is Claude with a K. K-L-A-U-D, and he is a friend of the Resistance and someone who actually, it turns out, Chewie brought into the...
Das war das Viech auf dem Poster.
Wexley. But there are so many. There were, when we did episode 7, I felt like it had been, there was no way to top what had been created in terms of creatures. When you see this movie, you'll see that Neil and the whole creature team did it. It's an incredible thing what they've made, what they built, and the actors who performed them and puppeteered them. It was remarkable. Can
I just say, there's one particular creature roaming around on set that I really thought that was wonderfully made, and it was my son who got to visit the set. And
sein Sohn, nicht seine Tochter. Sorry.
It was so lovely working on this film after becoming a father. To have my son, that's my son right there. And if you see the wonder, and he's not afraid of Chewbacca, he had a good time with this cast, and especially Daisy. Thank you so much for all the cast, for welcoming little Atos, whose name nobody can pronounce.
Aptos.
Just like mine.
Aptos.
To this Star Wars experience. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you.
at the risk of pandering, Star Wars fans are the greatest fans in the world. And I know because I am one of them. I've been a Star Wars fan 3 weeks longer than any of you. And you can look up online why that's true.
That is true.
It's true. What'd it say? I would love to tell the story. It's my story, BB-8.
Give him 1 second.
Yes. This is very quickly the story. So when I was in 1977, when I was 13 years old, local radio station was giving away tickets to this movie called Star Wars. Nobody knew what it was. And me and my friends called in. We were like the 8th caller, and we got 4 tickets to go see Star Wars. Big blue tickets that you had to go to the local radio station to pick up, WTMA, 1250 on your AM dial. And it was me, Keith Sargey, Haskell Fudenberg, and Haskell Fudenberg's mom, because somebody had to drive. And we handed the tickets in. We said, can we keep the tickets as we went in? Because we didn't know what it was, but it felt like it was special. Because there were big tickets, and it had the Death Star, and it had like an X-Wing fighter sweeping up like that. And it said Star Wars, and what the hell was Star Wars? And we walked in, we sat down, and as soon as, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, it came on the screen, we got chills, because we knew that, A, that was a unique way to look at science fiction, the future to the past. And also, it immediately set you in that fairy tale world. And then, of course, and no one knew what the hell was going on.
That's the worst impression of the opening crawl I've ever.
We didn't know what we were in for. And then 2 hours later, we woke up Haskell's mom and said, the movie's over. She didn't like the flashy lights. And we got in the car, went home, and it was a full moon. And I know it was 3 weeks before because there was a full moon. And we all thought it was the Death Star following us as we went home. And on Monday, when I got to school, we couldn't explain to anybody how everything was different now. And that we had seen the future. So anyway, that's why I've been a fan 3 weeks longer than all of y'all. So. But I'm sorry, BB, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I know you, I think he's got something to say. Is there?
In this movie, BB-8 has a new friend. Would you guys want to meet him?
Yeah.
Let's bring him out. This is Dio.
And what's this fella's name again?
Yeah, this is Dio.
Dio.
This is yet another incredible collaboration and creation of Neil
Dio
Scanlon
heißt auf Italienisch Gott. Just saying.
And robotics team on the movie.
Ich will jetzt diesen Trailer sehen.
I will say that when we did the film, we never had Dio exist quite this way. There was a rig and puppeteers and things. And like with Celebration last time, these were different designs that we went through working on him. But like with Celebration last time, when on episode 7, when BB-8 rolled out, and we'd never had a BB-8 be able to roll out, it's amazing what Celebration makes these geniuses do and force them to do. So this is really was built for you.
Krass. Ja, weiß ich nicht, was ich von dem halten soll. Ich bin gespannt, was er für eine Rolle im Film hat. Ob er wichtig ist oder ob er einfach random ist.
Before we're done here, I got one more question for you, JJ. Can we please show our appreciation to JJ and Kathy and to the entire cast of episode 9 for being here?
It's about time to wrap it up.
But
ist immer das Beste, wenn Leute die Kamera winken.
But JJ, before any of you leave,
Are you ready?
Is there anything else?
It's everything. I think I know what they want.
By any chance, by any stretch of the imagination, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience.
Who here wants to see a teaser trailer? Okay, before we do this, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Colbert.
Give me that trailer.
Kathy, Anthony, Billy, Daisy, Jeff, Oscar, Kelly, Jonas, Naomi. We're gonna get out of your way, but mostly, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy. Cheers.
Excitement! Und am Ende auch noch der Titel. Ich bin so gespannt. Wie sie einfach casually aus dem Weg gehen, so. Geil.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
What the fuck? What? I was right. What's that? Das war der Imperator. The Rise of Skywalker. Was? 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 What? What? The Rise of Skywalker und das Logo ist blau und der Imperator und ich kann... What? Holy shit. What? Was passiert hier? Ian McDermott. Warum ist er wieder da? Ich habe eigentlich gar keinen Bock drauf. Aber okay.
Roll it again.
Ich komme absolut auf nichts klar. Wieso der Imperator? Ich hasse diese Fantheorien mit dem Imperator in Episode 9 und jetzt ist es true! Fuck it! Egal. Kriegen wir den auch noch zu sehen? Richtig wieder? Das ist so krank gewesen. Was war das? Ich habe absolut keine Ahnung, wie das irgendwie in den Film passen soll, aber okay. Das war auch richtig krass. Ich verstehe nichts mehr. What the fuck? Holy shit. What is happening? What the freaking fridge is happening? Oof. Okay, people. Ich schaue mir diesen Trailer jetzt nochmal kurz hier auf meinem Handy an. Ich verpasse zwar die Star Wars Show, aber das ist mir gerade egal. Ich komme gerade nicht drauf klar. HD-Trailer. Ich verstehe nichts mehr in meinem ganzen Leben. Teaser, Episode 9. Rise of Skywalker. Es ist so unglaublich. Es gab seit Monaten diese Theorie, dass der Imperator irgendwie wieder was zu tun hat, zurückkommt, sonst noch was. Und ich war immer so, nein, bitte nicht, das ist schrecklich, I don't want it. And now, oh, ich weiß nicht, was ich davon halten soll. Ich find's toll, dass es Ian McDiarmid wieder ist. Und Ian McDiarmid ist toll, aber how? Und vor allem auch dieser Titel, The Rise of Skywalker. Das ergibt keinen Sinn, es gibt keinen Skywalker. Aber hey, man kann abhaken, was man... Ich muss nochmal genau anschauen, weil zwischendrin ist die Qualität runtergegangen und ich war so, alles ist Pixelmatsche. Ich schau gleich in den Chat. Schreibt schon mal ganz viele Sachen, ich lese mir gleich alles durch. Oh. Man hat am Anfang wieder Heavy Breathing, ne? Dieser Anfang, das ist so Mindfuck einfach. Wie Kylo einfach auf sie zufliegt und sie so... Acht mir aufs Voice-Over. Diese Title Card, Every Generation has a Legend, ist schon mal toll. Und ich hatte recht, sie werden es als großes Finale Marketing. Ich verstehe nicht, was das alles sein soll, aber egal. Man hat schon wieder einen neuen Planeten. Okay, es erkennt jetzt nicht. Das ist ein bisschen kontraproduktiv, ne? Hier euch das Ding in die Kamera zu strecken. Da seht ihr ja nämlich einfach nur mein schönes Ringlicht. Naja, egal. Irgendeine Stadt auf jeden Fall. Boah, das hier. In diesem Wald. Das ist ja... Wie er sie einfach niedermetzelt. Ha! Ha! Ich hatte recht. Ich komme mir dumm vor, wenn ich sage, ich hatte recht. Aber ich habe ja extra noch den Podcast gemacht mit meinen Predictions. Und sie basteln den Helm wieder zusammen. Aber es ist nicht Kylo, weil es ist eine Person mit haarigen Händen. Und ich hoffe, dass Kylo keine haarigen Hände hat, die den Helm wieder zusammenbastelt. Auch sehr fancy, dieser Shot. Han und, nicht Han, Chewie und Lando zusammen im Falken. The Saga comes to an end. Boom, boom, boom. So, und ich wette mit euch, sie werden keine Episode 10, 11 und 12 machen. Weil dann würden alle haten. Und wenn sie es jetzt schon so vermarkten, it's not going to happen. Also, sie haben extrem viel wieder in der Wüste gefilmt. Ich würde jetzt vielleicht behaupten, dass die Wüste der Anfang ist. Würde ich gerade mal so behaupten. Was sehr ähnlich ist zu Episode 6, um ehrlich zu sein, aber egal. .3PO mittendrin. Vielleicht kriegt er da seinen Bowcaster. Es ist so viel auf einmal. Irgendein Orden. Und ich glaube, es sollen Leias Hände sein. Es sind nicht Carrie Fishers Hände, aber es sind alte Hände. Alte Damenhände. Es sind nicht Carrie Fishers Hände, as I said. Weil die sehen anders aus. Jetzt komme ich mir vor wie ein Handfetischist. Aber man weiß, wie Hände aussehen. Man hat ja schon mal von Leia diesen Close-Up gesehen mit diesem Lichtschwert. Also, you know. Die sehen ein bisschen zu jung aus. Aber ich hatte recht, man wird auch Leia sehen. Man erkennt, dass da CGI drangelegt wurde. Aber man sieht, und da sieht man auch die Hände. Ha! Ich hab's euch gesagt, es sind nicht dieselben Hände. Aber es sollen sie, glaube ich, sein. Aber man sieht, sie hatte... das ist ganz nett zu sehen, wie sie die Shots zusammenbasteln. Sie haben, glaube ich, die Umarmung aus Episode 7 genommen. Oder irgendeine ungeusete Szene aus Episode 7, wo sie jemanden umarmt. Weil sie hat sehr ähnliche Haare wie in Episode 7. Sie hat genau den gleichen Schmuck wie in Episode 7 dran. Und ja, sie hat auch so eine Weste wieder an, wie in Episode 7. Und dann von hinten sieht man, da ist dann eher ein Double geused worden, ne? Aber ist nicht schlecht und ich finde, es ist eine wunderschöne Szene. Und sie ist gigantisch. Was hat Luke gesagt? Say it again. Warte. We'll always be with you. Okay. Was ist das? Das verstehe ich nicht. Sie stehen da vor irgendwas. Ist das der abgestürzte Todesstern oder so? Aber nee, der Todesstern wurde in die Luft gejagt. Aber es sieht so aus wie die Schüssel von Todesstern. You know? Es sieht aus wie die Schüssel von Todesstern. Deswegen... Und es ist auch so riesig, weil es sieht nicht aus wie ein Berg oder sowas. Ich glaube, das ist die Schüssel vom Todesstern. Und dann sagt Luke, no one's ever really gone. Und dann kommt der Imperator, like, what the fuck? How? Und dann blauer Titel. Alter, ich bin gemeinfuckt. Es forever. I can't handle it. Can't handle it. Ich muss jetzt kurz den Trailer teilen mit ein paar Freunden. Weil die haben mich schon gefragt, hey, wann gibt's den ersten Trailer? Und ich so, Freitag. Und sie so, warum weißt du das? Ich so, weil ich schlau bin. So. Viel Spaß. So, jetzt muss ich hier nochmal reinschauen. Wo ist mein Livestream? Ich brauche nämlich kurz mal den Chat. Hilfe, ich will mich nicht selber hören. So. Komische Szene mit Rey und Kylo. Ich habe auch keine Ahnung, was es sein soll, weil es kam mir so geplant vor. Imperator ist interessant. Mega unerwartet mit dem Imperator, krank. Oder eine Basis. Ich weiß auch nicht, was ich davon halten soll. Ich bin sehr skeptisch. Aber nicht skeptisch, weil... Also, ich freue mich extrem auf den Film und jetzt freue ich mich noch mehr, weil der Film... Es geht in eine komplett andere Richtung, als ich dachte. Und das freut mich schon mal sehr. Aber es ist gleichzeitig auch so... Es stellt so viele Fragen. Und es ist so... Es gibt so viele unerwartete Sachen. Und ich glaube, dass sie... Also, ich könnte bisher nicht sagen, um was der Film geht. Und das finde ich schon mal gut. Irgendwas mit dem Imperator natürlich. Großes Thema. Und ich wette, in den nächsten Wochen und Monaten gibt es unendlich an Fantheorien. Ich bin einfach sehr gespannt. Weil ich kann mir bisher nicht zusammenpuzzeln, um was es geht. Episode 7 konnte man sich das schon ziemlich nach dem Teaser-Trailer, oder? Nach dem Celebration-Teaser-Trailer konnte man sich irgendwas zusammenpuzzeln? Nein, ich glaube auch nicht. Nach dem großen Trailer konnte man sich viel zusammenpuzzeln. Das heißt, ich bin jetzt sehr gespannt. Das dramatische Luke-Voice-Over sagt er das in dem Film? Könnte sein. No one's ever really gone hat er halt schon in Episode 8 gesagt. We'll always be with you. Warum er da Mehrzahl benutzt, weiß ich nicht. Vielleicht mehrere Machtgeister. Aber warum der Imperator zurückkommt, ich verstehe nicht den Sinn dahinter. Weil es sei denn, es ist so, dass der Imperator herausgefunden hat, wie man... Ich meine, er hat von Plagueis gelernt, wie man Midichlorianer beeinflussen kann. Was ist, wenn er gelernt hat... Was ist, wenn er herausgefunden hat, wie man den Tod umgehen kann? Was Plagueis ja immer herausfinden wollte und Sidious das vielleicht wirklich geschafft hat. Und deswegen gar nicht wirklich gestorben ist. Aber wo war er dann die letzten 30 Jahre? Und das war der Big Bad, gegen den JJ gemeint hat im Panel. Holy shit. Okay, Leute. Ich werde bestimmt in den nächsten Tagen... Ich werde jetzt den Livestream hier an der Stelle beenden. Es sei denn, ihr habt noch irgendwas Spannendes geschrieben. Ich werde noch kurz auf Twitter gehen und ein paar Sachen schauen, was so Leute gepostet haben. Meine Timeline ist wahrscheinlich voll. Bis auf diese ganzen Fotos hier. Ich will gerne Trailer-Reactions sozusagen. Rise of the Skywalker. Ich verstehe es nicht. Ich verstehe es absolut nicht. Weil es gibt keinen Skywalker. Es sei denn, Rey ist jetzt ein Skywalker. But please no. Es gibt ja auch diese Theorie, dass Rey geklont ist von Luke. Und ich denke mir so, oh Gott, bitte nicht. Vor allem, dann würde vielleicht Rise of the Skywalker Sinn ergeben. Aber gleichzeitig auch nicht. Weil dagegen spricht, dass davor stand, every generation has a legend. So in die Richtung, ne? Ich will jetzt hier... Ja, no one's ever really gone. Genau, Iron Seagull. That's just... It's so freaking amazing, but... Nee, da komme ich gar nicht drauf klar. Christian Harloff. Kennt ihr Collider Jedi Council? Kennen bestimmt ein paar Leute, toller Podcast. Christian Harloff, er hat seit Wochen davon geredet, dass Sidious in Episode 9 vorkommt und nicht immer so... Shut the fuck up. But he was right. Das nervt mich jetzt gerade. Ich will einfach nicht, dass diese Theorie wahr ist. Ich finde es sehr interessant, dass sie diesen Namen, diese Line, Every Generation has a Legend, hier auch im Tweet zu benutzen. Finde ich sehr cool. Oh, Lacey Gilleran's reaction to the rise of Skywalker. Oh my god, yes. I'm excited. Lacey Gilleran vom Resistance Broadcast. Ne? Ich mag sie sehr gerne. Komm, wir schauen uns das gemeinsam an. Man sieht ja nichts. Jetzt. Ich verstehe diesen Satz nicht. 1,000 generations lived in war? I don't know. Whatever. Sie ist der größte Kylo-Fanboy. It's so amazing, it's so freaking amazing. Weißt du, dieser Hype, das ist das, warum ich Celebration einfach so sehr liebe. Star Wars Italia. Wollen wir uns den Trailer auf Italienisch? Ich würde ihn gerne auf Deutsch hören. Oh, es gab kein Poster, fällt mir auf. Das surprised mich. Wieso gab es kein Poster? Und was ist der deutsche Titel? Was ist der deutsche Titel? Wahrscheinlich haben sie noch keinen deutschen Titel. Und deswegen gibt es noch keinen deutschen Trailer. Was? Können wir bitte... Wo ist der deutsche Trailer? Hallo? Willst du mich nicht so im Dunkeln stehen lassen? Star Wars.de. So. Es gibt. Die haben uns letztes Mal im Februar was getweetet. Ist das euer Scheiß Ernst? Habt ihr noch irgendwas geschrieben? Oh. Leia ist eine Skywalker. Ben Solo ist ein halber Skywalker. Rey wohl eher nicht. Schauen wir mal, aber wird spannend. Ja, Leia ist ein Skywalker, aber ich bezweifle, dass sich der Titel... Okay, Leia sollte ursprünglich ein großer Bestandteil und die Hauptrolle der alten Charaktere in Episode 9 einnehmen. Rise of Skywalker. Ich bezweifle aber, dass es hier der Fall sein wird. Mit unbenutzten Szenen. Ben ist ein halber Skywalker, aber dann würden sie es nicht Rise of Skywalker nennen, weil er heißt nicht Skywalker. Was ist, wenn Anakin, Luke und alle Skywalkers sich mit Rey zusammentun und Palpatine bekämpfen? What the fuck? Nein, bitte nicht. Wir wollen keine alten Charaktere zurückkommen lassen. Die sollen tot sein. Es gibt keinen Deutschen? Habe ich das gerade richtig gelesen? Es gibt keinen deutschen Trailer? Wow, okay. Krass, Originalfassung, ja. Ich bin mir einfach sicher, sie haben noch keinen Titel. Und deswegen... Oder sie haben es nicht geschafft, den Trailer auf Deutsch zu machen. Naja. Okay, ich werde jetzt hier den Stream beenden. Ich werde mir jetzt was zum Essen machen und dann werde ich mir gechillt den restlichen Abend die Star Wars Show live reinziehen. Ich werde am Wochenende aber noch weitere Livestreams machen. Am Sonntag ist The Mandalorian und Star Wars The Clone Wars, der Panel. Werde ich auch wieder Live-Reaction hier machen. Meine Trailer-Reaction werde ich separat nochmal hochladen. Es wird bestimmt nochmal ein Analysevideo geben am Ende von Celebration. Ein ganzes Fazit und alles, was das Herz begehrt. Es ist unglaublich. Ich freue mich so sehr. Star Wars Celebration hat gestartet. Und es wird das beste Wochenende des Jahres. Mal wieder. Celebration ist einfach immer genial. Celebration ist einfach immer so... Toll! Es gibt nichts an Celebration auszusetzen. Und ich freue mich jetzt einfach auf eine Dosis an Anthony Carboni und Annie Gutierrez das ganze Wochenende lang. Weil I love them too. They are so great. I don't know what to say. Ich wünsche euch jetzt einen schönen Tag, schönen Abend, was auch immer. 1,5 Stunden. Rise of Skywalker. I have no idea what's going to happen. Schönen Tag noch. Arrivederci. Möge die Macht mit euch sein und viel Spaß noch bei der restlichen Star Wars Celebration und bis zu den nächsten Tagen. Tschüssi.